makes most women start a business? Is it passion, money, or freedom? Welcome to Female Founders, the podcast that takes you behind the scene with women who are founders and CEOs to help you start and scale a successful business of your own. I am your host, Nagelia de Ravin. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Female Founders. In this episode, I will be speaking with the amazing Mary Nelson, a humanitarian dedicated to empowering and inspiring others to give back. As the founder of the annual Youth Day Barbecue and founder and CEO of the Mary Nelson Youth Center, she provides education, health, career services, violence intervention, mentorship, and free meals to families in need. In 2021, Oprah Winfrey visited the Mary Nelson Youth Center and blessed the center with a very generous donation. Mary has received national recognition and many awards, such as the Harriet Tubman Humanitarian Award and the YWCA Academy of Diversity and Achievers Award for her hard work. Good morning, Mary. Welcome. You are the founder of the annual Youth Day Barbecue and the CEO of the Mary Nelson Youth Center, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides education.
Not-for-profit.
Yes, and you provide education, health, career services. Oh my goodness, mentorship, and even a lot more than that. You are doing some amazing work, Mary.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a bit about your background and how you become, how did you all started with your organization?
Well, it started in 2002 from a tragedy. I lost my nephew, my firstborn nephew, my sister's son, to gun violence. We just came on a trip for Florida. We originated from Florida, so we go down there every year as a family. And his best friend went as well with us. And on our way home, they was getting ready for a big Father's Day weekend because my nephew, Daryl, was the godfather to his best friend, two boys. It's a very painful part of my life because my nephew was shot in 2001 and he died in 2002. He lived in a body where he couldn't walk anymore. He was bedridden and he never gave up hope and faith. He loved his family so much. And I still can remember Mother's Day weekend. He called me over. He said, "Hey, Mary, I need for you to come over. I got your Mother's Day gift." I'm like saying, "Daryl, I don't need a Mother's Day gift. I got you. You're still here with us. And that's a blessing within itself. I don't need nothing, And he said, "Please, Aunt Mary, just come. I got something for you." Now, I told you earlier in our conversation that my nephew couldn't walk anymore. He was bedridden. So when I went over there, where my sister's house is made, I go up the back stairs from her kitchen to his bedroom on the second floor. So I go up the back stairs to his room. When I got to the door, he was sitting there, most beautiful blue shirt, like a light powder blue shirt on. And I still can remember his necklace, the cross, the Father's cross. And he had a pair of his blue jeans on and his Timberland boots. My nephew was not able to sit up or do anything for himself the whole time he was in that bed for a whole full year. His present was to me, for me to see him sitting up.
Sitting down.
And the most beautiful thing, and the smile on his face, he was glowing. And I said, "Oh my God, dear, I can't believe this." He said, "Yeah, Mary, this is your Mother's Day gift." So that, even though he was shot a year before, and we talk about people saying forgiveness. You can't forget something, but you can forgive. And he loved his best friend. His best friend was on drugs. And that night, he asked Daryl to come get him from where he was at. And those drugs had him going. He started hallucinating. He shot Daryl 6 times by 5 bullets hit him. And Daryl lived through that. He lived through that. And no matter what he went through in that body, we couldn't walk anymore. He couldn't do nothing. He forgave his best friend. The young man got 7 to 14 years for attempted murder. But when Daryl died a year later, they gave Stefan 14 years for murder. I know I'm going to jump ahead here for a minute. I got to talk about forgiveness. I'll be 63 years old in May. I have not talked to this young man. I have not seen this young man on none of this. I didn't even lay my eyes on him. Last year in December, a young lady reached out to the Mary Nelson Center, and she asked me that she wanted to have a conversation with me. And I'm thinking, I love hearing from young people because they have so many great ideals where we don't get to our age now. We let the young people bring things out to us because they have a better visionary stuff is right there. I said, oh yeah, I would love to talk to you. And she called me and we started having a conversation. And I said, I love your idea, but I want you to do it. I want you to be the one to talk to the young people, not me being the front, because they don't hear me. They hear you when it comes from another young person, just like themselves. She said, Miss Mary, I graduated from Harvard. I'm doing real good. And I want to tell you something. I'm sorry.
What?
Sorry. Sorry for what? You just gave me a most beautiful story. She said, all these years, I want to reach out to you. And my brother's there too. It was my father that killed your nephew. And I know you may not want to hear this, but my father always wanted to talk to you and tell you how much he's so sorry for what he did. I said, your father has already been forgiven. My nephew loved him. Even through his body, what he was going through, he loved him. And my nephew's family loves him too. Tell him that for me. Tell him that.
So does that mean the son is in prison while the father's supposed to be in prison?
No, the father's in prison. He was in prison. He killed the two young boys. Remember I said the godfather, my nephew was a godfather to his two sons?
Yes.
So his two sons graduated from West Point. They doing excellent. The daughter graduated from Harvard. She knew about the story, but she always wanted to talk to me, to apologize for her father. So even though all those years went by, I never seen this young man. But this girl made sure one day that she comes to me because she see me in the newspaper, see me all over. She see the Mary Nelson Center. She see everything that's going on, but she never had an opportunity to speak with me. And she used the opportunity to talk about a program she want to bring back to the city of Syracuse. She wanted to bring this back, but then there's an opportunity to also, you think about it, was to talk to me. And that was her blessing. And I told her, no need to apologize. He already been forgiven. I said, but thank you. But that's a beautiful thing because she didn't only stop there. She said, I got one more thing I want to ask of you, and I don't know how you will react to it. I said, what is it, honey? She said, my father wants to talk to you. I said, sure. I work at the hospital. I've been here at Upstate American University. It's going on, I think, 24 years, I believe. February 25th this month. And the thing is, we in the era, we still experiencing violence within our.
Yes.
We still have the violence. You know what I'm saying? We still have.
Yes.
So I said to her, I work Tuesday and Friday, 10-hour shifts. I work Tuesday and Friday. I said, we can talk. Maybe I day. She said, on Monday, I said, that's when I'm off. I'm off every Monday. I said, so feel free to call me. She said, okay. Almost a whole day. And she said, we don't know. He didn't know who she was calling. But he said she wants to surprise him too. So when she called me on the phone, she said, Daddy. He said, what, baby girl? He said, I got somebody on the phone. Yeah, I think that you always told me you want to talk to. He said, huh? Somebody on the phone. You always told me and my brothers that you want to talk to. You never got a chance to talk to this lady. He said, baby girl, what are you singing? He says, Harry Nelson. The phone got so quiet. All of a sudden, I heard this crying, sniffing and crying. I said, Russ, you don't have nothing to cry about. Those tears you got, right? Those tears of happiness. Because Daryl loved you. I want to tell you that. For the day he got shot, he came out that coma, he loved you. And his family love you too. We have forgiven you. I am so happy your daughter reached out to me. And so very happy. You know I'm about school. Your two boys did real good too. So that's a story of forgiveness and how I started with my annual backpack giveaway. With $3, and I never forget the day I started it. It was like when Daryl got killed, I called in to work that day and I said to my boss, I said, I'm not coming in today. She said, you sick? I said, no, I ain't sick. Just not coming in. I don't know about just not coming in. I just lost my nephew. I'm just not coming in. And I happened to be home in my house. I was just feeling into myself. The kids had gone to school, just sitting, and my husband got into work. And I hear these police sirens. And I looked out my window and I see this young black boy running. And I'm like, what are you doing running 12 o'clock in the daytime for the police? You know he's finna get caught because now he wear their pants sagging. So his pants were sagging. I said, he ain't going too far because the simple fact is he's finna get caught, whatever he's finna do. So he got by my fence, right by my house. And here I go, I come outside. Not only this being the neighbor, the mother instinct came out of me too. Because I wanted to know what you're doing 12 o'clock in the afternoon and you should be in school. So see, now they got the things in the police cars. They can punch your names and stuff. Computer in their car. Back then they had the radio. They had to call a char. I know what char was. Now I know what they meant by it. They call the thing, call the boy, name and birthday, and see if he had any active warrants. So while he was doing that, I eased him by the fence. I said, hey, kid, why you running to the police this time of day? You should be in school. She got really just mad at me. He said, I am in school. I said, no,
really?
You're not in school. You're running for the police. I graduated. I said, then what you out here running from the police for? I'm trying to make money. Trying to make money doing what? To buy my books. I'm in college. And I said, you in college? What college you in here to go out here and sell drugs to make money? He said, I already been accepted. I need money for my books. I said, listen here. You're going to jail today, and I know you are because you got drunks on you. But where I live at, right here, cat a corner from where I live, is a young man. He runs a program through here called On Point for College. I want you to reach out to him. Get out. He can help you get your books and everything you need for school. It's a great program to help kids just like you get what you need for school. That young man did that. He did 2 years at Morrisville College, a liberal arts degree. Just my intervention. I didn't sit in my house and say, that's not my problem. I came outside and let him know that I cared about him and his education. I let him know that I cared. So from that time on, my little mood I was feeling created something else. I said, now if I got this young man doing this, there's probably some more young men and young girls with this mind mentality is doing these things because they need something for school. So I went back and I started writing a letter to the mayor and different people. If I were to do a program just to make sure kids have what they need for school, would you be my special guest? I got a message back, and 2 weeks later, Daryl died June 4th, 2002. I had my first annual back to school, August of 2002. I didn't have a lot of kids. I had 875 kids and their parents attend. My first time even putting anything together. Wasn't no thought where I'm at now. Where I'm at now, my record number is 21,600 kids I have made sure prepared and ready for school clothing, everything they need. I don't want it. It's no more. It used to be just a backpack and school supply giveaway. It's groceries, household items, clothing, entertainment. We have an 18-wheeler with my church, Abundant Life. They pull up nothing but groceries. Game area, all the vendors who focus on education, health, career, services, financial literacy, violence intervention, and mentorship. We even do our for Upstate Medical University. We bring a breast mammography van out. They do free breast cares and mammogram.
Ooh.
We bring that ultrasound van out. They do pregnancy tests. Let women know about their health needs. We bring the Colgate dinner van out for the kids that have free teeth cleaning. I bring the big key bank bus out for financial literacy, for people who can open bank accounts and things like that. Teach kids how to value of money. So now when they walk down the street, they see a penny on the ground. You take your penny to your bank account and put in your bank. Create that financial literacy. This event is no longer a backpack giveaway. So I was recognized for the Post-Standard Achievement Award in 2008. And it's our newspaper here in Syracuse. And out of that Post-Standard Achievement Award, somebody who I don't even know recognized, didn't know nothing about a Mary Nelson, saw me award ceremony, and they saw what I did. They took a piece of paper, a yellow piece of paper. This is purple, but it took a yellow piece of paper, put Mary Nelson, Syracuse, New York, and took the article with my picture and put it on there and set my name into Reese and Kelly's show, Mom's Dream Come True. Kelly Ripple and Reese Phillips said to me, when they selected me, they had over 10,000 applicants. They picked 5 people, and I was one of those 5 people. When they got to my envelope, only thing came out with a yellow sticky piece of paper, and I took it very nice. And they started coming. They had their producer come to Syracuse, and they followed me. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't even know none of this. My family knew. No one told me nothing. Money, the award was $50,000. And no one knew it. 2007, right before 2008, my husband, Robert, had an unfortunate accident where he got hit by a car by a young boy student, driving a car with, had his mother's car, speeding on his cell phone. And my husband came out the driveway. He hit him. My husband almost lost his leg. So for a long time, we had one income in our house. So I had to work and pay someone to come take care of him in the daytime. The young man, I didn't have that much and no fault. So my husband couldn't do anything. So basically it was really me and my income taking care of everything. And we went through a bad year, a lot of stuff where everything got behind. So the blessing came from when someone recognized me, and so for the Mom's Dream Come True Mother's Day weekend, they gave us $50,000. At that moment, I paid all our bills up. And I said, see, my mind site is a big building here in Syracuse. It's called the Sears Building. I wanted that building to have a youth center, computer center, multimedia center, a cafeteria to feed the kids, classrooms, everything. I wanted all of this. But God said, no, got something. We're going to start off small. When the Post-Student Achievement Award, this agency has saw me, and they reached out to me at the Reese and Kelly show, and they said, I was talking about me wanting a building, because every year I see the kids once a year for the backpack. I didn't see them no more. I don't see them no more till August, next year in August. I wanted somewhere to see them all the time. To see them for making sure they got clothes on their bag, a t-shirt. My biggest fetish is a child not having a t-shirt on, or socks, clean clothes. So having the center, I made sure all of that, they would have that. So after I paid all my bills, I found this building and I started renting. After a year and a half, I couldn't afford to rent anymore. And I went to the people who I got the building from. I said, my heart was in it, but I just can't continue on taking money from my paycheck and paying this rent here. And the guy looked at me at Catholic Charities. He said, can I tell you a story? What do you mean tell my story? He said, I want to tell you a story. He said, just like me, that's at the Bible. He said, a closed mouth don't get fed. You keep your mouth closed. I'm going to get you some help. Well, him and his secretary and our pastor from our church told my story, put it back in the newspaper. One of my sponsors, I loved him so much, from Sun Chevrolet Caputo, saw what was going on. He said, meet me at that center, be down at 8:30 in the morning. Also, the same law firm who handled my husband no-fault case, Lynn Law Firm, said, meet me at that center. Meet me at that center. Ty Caputo, Sun Chevrolet, bought the building for me. I have no mortgage. Lynn Law Firm made sure we had food in the center to feed our families. So that's how the Mary Nelson Center became sustainable like we are, with no mortgage. We just pay our taxes and our water bill and make sure our lights are paid and things like that is paid. That's a blessing within itself.
Yes.
That's a blessing. You heard me just talked about everything, how I got started to where I'm at now. If you would have asked me when I lost my nephew, Mary, do you think you would have been where you at now? I would have said, no, that was never my intentions. My intentions was just to get the kids some backpacks and let that be and make sure they stay in school. And if I see a young person at that daytime, wait, hey, why are you not in school? Because I do that right now at my youth center on the Mondays, because I'm off at my center on Mondays. I see a young person, I say, hey, you with your mom today, you should be in school. Why are you not in school? He said, I missed my bus. I said, oh, hey, give me my key, I take him to school, because he should be in school. That's what I do. I say, hey, give me my keys. He has to go to school. His mom said, we didn't have a ride, Miss He got one now. He should be going to school. That's who I am. When I lost Daryl, when you come from a family with so much values, my mom was an educator in the house. My mom was very smart. And she demanded, she was never type of mom with this to just do enough. Mama, you're gonna do more than enough. You're gonna go to school, you're gonna do what you're supposed to do and get an education. That's all I ask of you guys. My father, when he was 6 years old, we come from a family of migrators. We came up from a town called Belgrade, Florida, outside of West Palm Beach. We packed corn, picked green beans, packed strawberries and all that stuff. At 8 years old, I can go in the kitchen and cook a full course meal and take care of my sister and my brother. That's why I was raised up. And it's always been a caretaker. So what I do now and what I did back then, that was my upbringing. My mom and dad, they had values And they never told us, you're going to do just enough. You're going to do more than enough. They was expecting that of us, our other kids. We had Bible study on Wednesday nights. I said, Mom, why we gotta go to church? Not go to church on Wednesdays, we go to church on Sundays. Why all of this? But as I'm older now, I see. But you would have thought me losing Daryl, that would have been it. I lost my dad, my mom in 2013. I could never forget my aunt, my mother's sister, said, Mary, my mother was holding on, but she didn't want to leave her kids. They said she had 6 weeks to live. I brought my mom home, and I made her place in my home for my mom, because my mother wasn't going to no nursing home. She wasn't going to no nursing home. My mother going to be right here with us. I asked one of her nurses one day, hospice nurse, I said, I really want to go to church, but I can't leave my mom. So you want to go to church? I said, yeah, I really want to go. That day, that Sunday, it was just so sunny and bright. I just want to go to church. And she said, I'll stay a little longer for you to go to church. I went, and I felt so energized when I came back. I just felt like I had the message that I was looking for from God when I went to church that day, And I came back, I opened Mom blinds. I said, thank you so much. Open Mom blind. Mom was like, she, when she was out, she could hear you, but Mom could not speak anymore. She was very audible. You couldn't really hear what she was trying to express to you, And I opened up. My mom should love church music. I turned the gospel show on and never listened to gospel music. Opened her blind. I started cooking in the kitchen. I was talking, Mom. And I said, Mom, don't worry. I said, don't worry about Jake and Breen and me. I got them. We good. Because my aunt had said to me, you got to let your mother know that you were right. So I'm thinking, I said, you worried about Jake and Breen and Mom and me? She said, she shook her head. And my aunt just told me my mother worried about her kids. So some just told me to ask her. I'm the oldest. I said, Mom, are you worried about me? She said, at that point, I did not know what she meant. I said, Mom, don't worry about me. I'm going to be all right. Jake and Brina. 3 days later, my mom passed. She was waiting for me to say that I'm going to be all right. My mom died October 24th, 2013. The day we buried my mom, my baby brother looked at me. He said, I'm going to be next, sis. I said, don't say that. Don't talk that way. I don't want to hear that. Please don't talk like that. I don't need all of that. I said, we just buried Mom. Let's not talk about that, It's okay. My brother died a year later, December 24th, 2014. He was murdered in my mom's house, right down the street from me. I thought when we lost Daryl, we'll never have violence in our family again. But for me to lose my brother the same exact way I lost my nephew, I lost hope. And I start questioning God, like, you don't took my nephew, you got my father, my mother, now you're going to take my brother. All I can hear, you must love. All I ask of you, Mary, to show love. And I said, how can I show love when they keep on hurting me? You must show love. So we went through everything, burying my brother, coming to find out the person who took my brother's life was somebody I helped through my youth center and did a fundraiser to help bury his sister. And at that point, all I had left was my a sister. I said, Brina, it's only me and you now. We got to stick together. We have to stick together. It's me and you. She said, no, sissy. No. August 17th, 2017. I get a phone call from her. But she just having a conversation, I said, you know what? She probably is. Tell how people pocket dial you. And then she pocket dial. God, what she do? I said, I hung up. And I called back. And the phone went straight to voicemail. So I want to say she pocket dialed, but she'll call me later. So I went on to work that day. I worked all that day. I got out from work. Came home, I was talking to my neighbor next door. And my oldest daughter said, Ma, are we still going to get the fish Friday night? Oh my God. I said, Mr. Nate, I got to take my daughter to get the food. We get fish every Friday night. So we got in the car and we got halfway to the store. I get a phone call from my son, my oldest son. He yelled and screamed on the phone. And immediately I thought something happened to my child. He said, Mommy, where you at? Where you at, Mommy? I said, I'm on my way to Strip Leary, going to get some fish. He said, get to a Sabrina house. They found her dead this morning. So when she called me, always still stick in my mind, I'm not going to sit here and be like it don't. But she asking me for help. She OD'd.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So the pain from where I started, pain sometimes come back now. But then I go into my center, I look around to the families who I support, who I love so much. That's what keeps me going.
But Mary, with all of this happening in your life, especially that your brother get killed by someone you actually help, how do you overcome all of this grief? It's like it's a lot to deal with.
I know my faith, my love for others. Yeah, I don't been through a lot. People don't even know the surface of my story. They don't even know the surface of it. I did question a while my faith, but always my faith kept me going. I love the Lord. And sometimes we don't know what message He's trying to send us. I questioned it real hard after Brina, because I thought it was going to be me and her against the whole world. I'm the big sister. I promised Mom I'm going to take care of you. And they took Jake. And now you. I thought I was a bad sister. I had to really, really get back into church and understand what God had for me. I'm His vessel.
Do you feel regret of having the center?
No. When I walk around the center, I have to sometimes pinch myself and say, is this really the Mary Nelson Center? Is this really where people come as a safe haven? This is a beautiful place. Because one of my girlfriends, unbeknownst to me, she knew I needed some work in the center. She's so cute. I love her, Michelle. She submitted my name to Lowe's for do some minor repairs in the center and stuff like that. We need some new floors. We had little cracks in the floors, and they put a little paint job would help.
Yes.
Well, we were selected. That's how God take care of us. He didn't take care of me. He took care of me because He knew I didn't have the money, the funds to do those repairs in the center. But we was out of all those applicants, we was picked again.
Again.
They came And then when he had the press conference, this is Lowe's home store. So when they did a press conference, let everybody know one of the people was selected. My sponsors, the Boeheim, Jim and Julie Boeheim, the county, and other people came set forth. We're going to match those dollars. So we got a whole makeover of the center. Center is beautiful. You got to look on the Google and look at the pictures and the brand new kitchen, movie screen, back family room, the computer media room. It just all over an in-house barbershop. It's completely beautiful. So I'm not even done, right?
You're just getting started.
I'm not done. So that was going forth. So they contacted me again, the Lowe's people. And I said, how do you feel about we doing something just for you? You don't did enough for me. I got a beautiful brand new center. I said, no, we're going to make over your house.
Ooh.
HGTV. They came through and we did. They put us in an Airbnb for 3.5 months, and they made over our house. It's beautiful, beautiful out kitchen, the open face area and stuff. They did the kids' bedrooms, and it was just beautiful. They took care of all of that. But my faith, I stayed determined, and I stayed humble.
Yes, because everything that just happened to you, some people would have gave up, would have hit the world, hit God, hit everything, and just hit life in general, and just kind of like do nothing for other people, because when I help, I get hurt. I'm not going to help anymore.
Yes.
But
yes.
You didn't, Mary. You didn't.
I did not. And let me tell you something. I believe when you have a faith the size of a mustard seed, you got some faith. Yes. And when your magazine reached out to me, first I said, yeah, I'll put a little thing in there. But you know what? Let people know what determination and being humble is and having your faith. Let me share my story. Because you don't know what space I'm going to pull somebody else out of. They could be stuck. They could be stuck. I got nowhere else to go. What am I going to do? Just hearing my story. I came out of that season where I didn't think there was any light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know where I was going to go. I got to look over my head to go home from work. Who going to get me? They took everybody else, protected my kids, my grandkids. I stayed looking over my shoulder. Because I want you to look straight ahead and you keep walking. So my story, I'm praying and hoping someone hear me and know it's a light at the end of the tunnel. And don't let your circumstance become your consequence.
Yes.
Don't let you stay stuck. Because I could have, like you said, said, I'm not going to help anybody. No, I'm not. But there was that's what God wanted me to do. That's not what he wanted. He wanted me to learn from this. When the first time I saw that young boy running, I didn't stay stuck I was home feeling grumpy because I lost my nephew. I was stuck then. He brought me out that house to help that young boy. And ever since then, he's been bringing me through. Even though in my path of my journey, I have lost so much, but he never left me. He always walked beside me. He didn't let me drowning.
Yes.
He picked me up. And
he always, sorry about that. One thing for sure, I realized that he sent you the help when you needed to.
Yes.
Can you also tell me about Oprah? Because I know you had a chance to meet Oprah.
Oh, that was a moment in my life. People thought I met Oprah in 2014. Remember, I lost my brother December 2014. Oprah came to Syracuse September 2014. But in 2007, they had a show called Pay It Forward. That time, Sherry Salata, she was a producer of Oprah Winfrey Show. I got on a train and rode all the way on the train out of 2 days of riding to get to the Pay It Forward show for me to get there, and they preempted it. The reason, baby, you could check in history. When I went there in 2007, a story broke that some boys was kidnapped by this male nurse, and the boys was found. So that was a breaking news for all over the world. For those two boys, after all this time, one was riding a bike, and someone asked him, "Who are you?" And he told the story. He didn't know that. He thought this man was his family, but this male nurse took these two boys and he kidnapped them. So Oprah, still doing the Pay It Forward show, she did this show on these boys was found. So my trip was not in vain. Sherry Salata said to me, she told not just me, to everybody else who's in the under green room, that the show got preempted, and what they're gonna do now is just do that show, because that's a major hit story right now. And after we have a website and things like that, and let's go back and let's build up our thing, what we're doing. So I went and got me a website called FiberNet, Fiber Solutions. And they did my first website was youthdaybbq.com. I'll never forget that, youthdaybbq.com. And Heritage Web Solutions was my hosting agency. Fiber gave them this, they told them how it goes. They gave them the network line, but Heritage Web had the domain. That's what they call it. So I started like that, and I just kept on, being a part. Then when me and my husband, after he got his, finally got a settlement through no fault. He took me out first. We never been on a trip before. He took me to Hawaii. Mm. And, Hawaii got a time lapse. So right now, it's like 1 o'clock here in Syracuse. So you got to figure maybe 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6 in the morning. There's something like that in the morning there in Hawaii. I'm on this time, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm woke. And my laptop said ping. It was telling me Sherry Salata them shared the Mary Nelson story on Oprah Angels Network. They shared my story. So they had an eye on me. So in 2014, I heard they was going to Prudential Center in New Jersey. And I want to call it Life You Want Weekend. Remember all the stuff I done been through? Through. I just wanted to go where women like myself was going through stuff, maybe depression or losing a family member, just anything that you can be around people. So I had got me, my daughter had bought me a ticket, but the ticket would only allow me to be in the audience. I wouldn't be able a chance to see Oprah, none of that kind of stuff. My son, LJ, I said, I would love to take a picture of Oprah, be around Oprah and stuff like that. He upgraded my ticket to the $999 one. $999. So now I have an opportunity to take a picture of Oprah, be in the VIP room. You can't really do anything. They really don't let you take the cell phones in there, anything like that. No memorabilia for her to sign, was none of that kind of stuff. So before I left Syracuse, they had wrote a story about me going to see Oprah Life You Want Weekend. Before I got ready to come to New Jersey, my daughter drove me all the way over there, her husband, my granddaughter. For me to get there, I left my newspaper at home on my bed. Cell phone was dead. I said, well, that's it. It's going to be a picture, and that's going to be it. And when we got to every time Oprah came off the stage, I could still see her where I was sitting at. So when you go to the Life You Want weekend, they put a bracelet on you. In that bracelet is all your demographics, everything about you. Everything is like a big watch. All your demographics is that bracelet. I will never forget when I walked. I had met this beautiful young lady from Brooklyn. I was outside talking. We walked in together, and I was telling her what I do and stuff. She said, "Oh my God, I would love for Oprah to know what you do." I said, "No, they already told us that. No signing, no books. Just get a picture, and that's gonna be it." I never forget. I saw Sherry Salata. She did like this. Okay, that's been, maybe she looked at me, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think nothing of it. She probably remember who I am, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't think, I saw Nate Burkus too. I'm like, oh, wow. They both looking my way, but I still think nothing of it. So we go sit down. Oprah's on the stage, and she'd come down. She was doing like some exercise things, talking to people, having people get up and speak and stuff like that. Every time she came down the stage, she got right by my row. She would never speak to me, but other people she was speaking to. You know, I'm watching all of this. Say nothing. So after the first night is a VIP reception. So after VIP, we say, come and get you and take you to the VIP room. Go to the VIP, they take you upstairs, all this food. You don't see Oprah. She's somewhere in the back. They definitely do your pictures and stuff like that. So the girl I was from New York City, me and her was talking. She said, I got to do something for her to know what you do. And I said, no, don't worry about it. I said, don't worry about it. It's all right. I have an opportunity to take a picture. That's all I want. So the lady came there and she said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She walked back off. So now we get real. My friend and I, who I met, we got to the door, and the lady had her hand out just like this. She said, hi. I said, hi. She said, are you Mary Nelson from Syracuse, New York? I did my phone.
Wow.
Oprah been waiting on you. I said, and I stepped around the door. I said, Oprah had this beautiful flowery long dress on. She said, stop all that crying, girl. We got to do it. I want to take a picture of you crying like that. Stop all that crying. And the girl said, Oprah, what you doing to that girl? And Stepman looking like saying, what's going on here? She said, Mary Nelson from Syracuse, New York. We're going to Syracuse tomorrow to cut the ribbon ceremony at SU. And I'm going to the Mary Nelson Center. She's been watching me all that time. And she had an opportunity to come to Syracuse. That's how she came to the Mary Nelson. Yeah, that's it. But it was so funny, right? You're going to laugh off this one. So I got a magazine rack. I got a fence for all the old magazines, right? And just my luck, I didn't go out and get the most current magazine. I put an old one up there. She came to the door. She said, girl, I know good well you ain't got no old magazine with me on front.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's how I met her. And I didn't know that she's going to bless me the way she did. And my hopes and dreams was to have, like other centers, to have a basketball court and have the kids come do things and things like that. But after my brother was murdered, I said a basketball court is not needed. What's needed is to build this up and pay my bills up in here and keep these doors open and make sure these kids have what they need and the families have what they need. And that's what I did. And I don't really talk to her. I talk to Chelsea, which is the girl with the arms like this. And once in a while, she always telling me to want to know how I'm doing, how things are going. So what I do, I will once in a while, I haven't done it in a while, because me and Chelsea was talking one time, and she said something to me when I was going through the death of my mom and everything was going, I was going to counselor and stuff. I was talking about the stuff, about the different things I was going to. She said, have you ever heard you ever take a leaf, Mary? Chelsea said to me, that leaf go through seasons and that leaf changes colors. Right now, you're going through a season. And you look at that season as growth. And I want you to stay humble. That's how she talked. And when I hung up from her, I said, that's my life. I'm going through a season.
Seasons.
And I came out all right. I'm still here.
Yes.
It's about forgiveness.
And I think that you already been forgiving. Because if you didn't find it in your heart to forgive anyone, you wouldn't be doing what you are doing right now.
No.
But that gets me to a next question. What is next for the center? What do you plan for the center?
You know what I want to do? And this is where I'm at now. I want to be a transitional living center. Transitional Living Center it's a lot next to my center. I want to purchase that lot and knock my walls out and expand the Mary Nelson Center, a transitional living space. A lot of here in Syracuse, what's happening here is a lot of youth violence. A lot of kids are returning home back to the streets, have nowhere to go. We could be that spot when they come from detention. They have somewhere to stay. We're a housing school. They have a cafeteria. They have a media room. They have everything. They're just like a home. The Mary Nelson Center, the part where we're there now, when you walk through our doors, you don't think it's a center. You think it's like you walk into your home. And that's the feeling I have. I want people to feel when they come into the center, feel just that. But now I want kids to have an opportunity. And there's so many kids are homeless here. They walk in the streets. If I'm able, then God bless me. I know He is. Bless me with that lot. And I got people who want to help me build, knock their walls out, and make a 30-bed facility there. Bigger cafeteria. They have a movie room. They have somewhere to feel they have a chance in life. They don't have to be stuck. That's my next goal for the Mary Nelson Center, is to build on to the center and make a transitional living space.
How can people reach out to you to support you with that venture, your new venture of yours?
MaryNelsonYouthCenter.com or email me, marynelson337@gmail.com. I just believe in, you heard my story. I walk on faith. And I'm just hoping and praying, Lord, I say, I'm just hoping and praying that someone hear me and don't be stuck. Know this.
Yes.
It's a tunnel. You don't have to say, I'm at the end. I can't do this no more. I don't want to hear that. I can't forgive. Yes, you can. God got you. He's not going to let you drown by yourself. He's not going to let you drown.
No, He will not.
No. So you give this platform. I thank you.
I thank you, Mary. But do you have any advice? Because it's been a very difficult time for mothers, for women out there. Do you have any advice for them and how to deal with all of that that's going on, especially having teens, having kids growing up? It's a lot we deal with on a daily basis that people don't realize that we are suffering even when we don't talk about them. Do you have any advice for them?
I'm in a national group called Black Moms United. It's not just for Black mothers, for mothers all over the world. I represent New York State. I tell every mothers and young mothers and mothers who have foster kids, talk about it. Talk about it and don't stay. Don't think that you don't have an out.
Yes.
Somebody's always there to help you. You just have to let people know that you need help. You need help. There's so many resources, but people say, well, I don't have enough food. Well, I don't know how you don't have no food, all these different pantries. There's stuff out there. All you got to do now is go Google, I need food. Google bring all kinds of different, and say, Google near me. They bring all these lists of things down. Google done did everything for us. I have to do it no more. Just say, I need help. Where can I go for a women's support group? Who can I reach out to? The main thing I tell everybody, a closed mouth. It was told to me, don't get fed. If you ask, you'll get. You're going to let people know what you need. It's women out here and also agencies out here that's willing to help. Willing to help you. If you can't find them, let me be your Google resource. Just type in my main name, Mary Nelson, Syracuse, New York, and I Google it for you and find you some help. You don't have.
Yes, and also you need help, and I would love for you also to let people know how they can actually support you so that you can extend your center to be able to help youngs. All of these bad things that's happening in the world, if we can stop them early, it's better to stop them early than stopping them when they are older.
And you know what, though? I like what you just said. I truly love what you just said. Our shooters and victims are getting younger and younger.
Yes.
And We have to stop them now.
Absolutely.
And people is howling about poverty. Poverty is not about money. It's providing resources. You have to put the right resource out there. If you see a young man and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, be a Mary Nelson. Hey, why are you not in school? What's going on? Ask questions. Ask questions. We just can't assume that's not my problem. It is your problem. Because what's going to happen, something's going to happen in the street that we all want to know about what happened. This is everybody's problem. If we keep quiet and don't do nothing, if we're a society, we don't got closed lip. We got to open these lips and start saying something. We got to help our youngsters. Because we are burying our kids now. Our kids are not burying us.
Exactly. We're supposed to be burying them, not them burying us.
Yes. We go to funerals. I went to a funeral about a week ago to a young girl here in Syracuse. She was just drinking her grandmom some milk. Walking home as a young kid would, holding a gallon of milk. Because I tell people, bullet don't have a specific target. It can go anywhere. Innocent child walking home, 11 years old, got shot and killed. I went to her wake and see all those people sitting around. I couldn't even bring myself to see that baby in that casket. I turned my focus towards the grandmother, the mother, and the father. And all I could say, God be with you. God got you. That baby's already back here. I don't know what form she is, but she was an angel. She was a lead in her school. She always wanted to help people and do positive things. Her life was taken just like that. Next door to where I lived, another life was taken. A baby.
Oh, goodness.
So you see all this stuff that's happening. Our victims are getting younger. So we have to do something differently. We have to stop saying, all the mothers, I'm going to keep my business to myself. No, you're not. Your business is our business. And we're here to do. That's my advice.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Mary. And thank you for giving me that chance to learn about your story. And I know there was an amazing story behind it all. And I'm grateful to actually be able to listen to it. And also I feel hope, because sometimes supporting women can be a very lonely path, especially when you pick a path that you only going to start a business that's going to just support women. And it can be a difficult path as well. And when I meet women like you that's actually fighting for the same purpose and want the same thing to also, because when we help women, we also help the children. We also help the entire family in general. And a happy woman make a happy family. That's how I see it. And I am grateful to see it in your face, to learn your story. And I thank you so much for that time.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And I have the platform now to help other women and help other mothers. That's all I want.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to Female Founders Podcast. That's it for this week's episode. Be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast app or connect with us on womel.com so that you don't miss our next episode. See you next time. Bye for now.